All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. We had two trades today. We had a break even on shorts, and then we ended up taking a win on shorts. Executions are right here in the Discord. There's the break even, there's the winning trade. I just got back home now, so I'm going to be uploading back to normal starting today. Market breakdowns and more content will be back now. So coming into the day today, what was I doing? I was leaning more bearish personally, but I was still obviously willing to take longs because we were pretty much all-time high trading. So for sell side, we had some low resistance liquidity, we had some unfilled gaps below, and then for buy side, we had, I think it was this high up here, and then we had all-time highs. So coming into the day, I was looking and using this 30-minute gap right here as a condition. So you could see this bearish 30-minute. I was like, if we trade through that, I'll look for longs, and if we respect it, then I'll look for shorts back down. So pretty much market opens up and we get this initial, we wick down, and then we just start displacing higher. Now, obviously you could have just taken these longs all the way up to all-time highs. But personally for me, I don't know. I think I'm just not a fan of these, especially with stop loss placement. Like I don't know. I'm not going to take these trades like that because you could get retraced on before price makes the actual move. But if you did take this, that was the move up. From there, we get a retrace, and I think we rebalanced into a 5-minute. Or was it, I think it was a 3-minute maybe? Yeah, we pull back into this 3-minute. The only problem was we did have this 1-minute gap right here that I personally didn't want to look for longs into, even though, yes, it was all-time highs. But personally for me, I don't know. I just didn't want to take trades into this 1-minute gap. So obviously we come into this 1-minute gap and we start showing some rejection. So what I'm looking at this point, like if I'm going to take this inversion, I want to see a strong displacing candle to the upside. That's the only time I'm going to take this where it's not an inversion. But as you can see, we kind of don't get that. We get this candle in, we do get this half close where we still hold CE, then we just get some rejection, and price is just kind of moving weird at this point. So I'm kind of just seeing if we continue to respect this 1-minute gap and OTE. So if you pull from here to here, you could see we respect the 0.79 literally perfectly. And what I'm looking at is I'm just kind of just seeing if price is going to continue to respect OTE. And if you look at ES at the same time, let me just pull it up. Same thing, ES is kind of just failing to push higher. And if you notice at the same time, both ES and NQ both had unfilled gaps below. So you could see ES had this unfilled 15. And if you look right here, it had equal lows leading into an unfilled 15-minute gap. Where was it? Yeah, so we had, that was put in after, right? Yeah, that was put in after, actually, my bad. But yeah, you could see at this point, we were just rejecting on ES. That's for the second trade, I'll get into that. But you could see ES was kind of just rejecting here. And we see NQ. NQ was rejecting off that 1-minute gap. It was respecting the OTE. And then we just get this strong displacing candle down. We do get this 1-minute inversion as well. But basically, we just get this strong displacing candle down. We're respecting the 0.79. We're respecting OTE, and we're reacting off that gap. And what you can notice, let me just put the replay tool back on here. This is what I'm looking at. I see low resistance liquidity. And what else do I notice here? I notice that we have an unfilled 5-minute gap right here. So what I'm looking at is for price to trade kind of down, take out this low resistance liquidity into this unfilled 5-minute gap. And then I can go break even. And if price wants to flush that 930 wick, then, that's how the trade will play out. So again, we get that retrace to OTE. ES is showing some rejection. 1-minute displacement, nice close inversion. I'm sure I can at least get break even at this unfilled 5-minute. And I'm going to see if I could target that 930 wick because I did de-risk on this trade. So I was looking for a higher RR. But as you can see, we do get a good bit in profit. And then 10 a.m. opens up and we get stopped break even. Again, if I did go for the smaller RR trade, if I just went for the 1-to-1, that would have been a winning trade. But personally, I was just looking for a bigger RR trade. And I was confident that price would probably want to trade through this 5-minute and then continue to run through this low resistance liquidity, but just ended up not being the right time. So from there, what happens? 10 a.m. opens up and we get manipulation to the upside. Now you can look at this as an open, high, low close. On the 4-hour, we're seeing the 10 a.m., 4-hour, the 1-hour, the 30-minute, the 15-minute candle open up, put in a high. We want to see it put in the wick and then displace lower if we get confirmation. So at this point, price comes up. We end up sweeping out this high right here. And at the same time, ES puts in a new all-time high. So you can see ES right here at the same time puts in a new higher high. And we could see NQ puts in a lower high. And it does sweep out this high right here. So what do we know? We know that ES swept out a high, NQ swept out a high, therefore they both have reason to potentially deliver lower. We have Po3 manipulation higher, we can look for distribution lower. And again, both swept out a high, and we do have low resistance liquidity below. And at that point, ES also had an unfilled 15-minute gap below that it could easily look to target towards. So as you can see right here, after we put the SMT, there's an unfilled 15-minute with those equal lows resting right here. So ES has a strong target lower, and NQ has low resistance liquidity below. It also has another small 5-minute unfilled gap, whatever. So at this point, I'm looking kind of and just seeing what price wants to do. And if we do get a good confirmation, I will take this. We get this 1-minute inversion. It's not really about the inversion. We get this strong displacing candle. ES swept highs, NQ swept highs, SMT, low resistance liquidity, and we have a 930 wick that we can target. So we get that 1-minute inversion right there. Nice displacing candle. We enter that trade. I go break even as soon as we start pushing below this wick, because my idea is to see price flush. Okay, if we sweep this low out and price starts reversing, I don't want to be in this trade. I want to see price flush. So we get through there. I go break even on this candle right here, and price ends up running right to the 930 wick, where we get out for about a 2.83 hour trade. And it ends up just edging Asia low, and then we get that move up. So again, first trade, market opens up, pushes to the upside, don't get any entries here. We get that retrace, we're respecting OTE. ES is showing rejection, we get that displacing close down, quick break even at the unfilled 5. We do get break even because I was looking for that 930 wick. From there, NQ comes up, sweeps out these highs right here, and ES sweeps all-time highs, so we do get that bearish SMT, but both have a reason to potentially deliver lower. 10 a.m. manipulates up. We're looking for distribution down, potentially. We get this strong inversion down. We get a nice close to the downside, quick break even, and then we let price flush to our TP at the 930 wick low for a 2.83 hour trade. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you guys took today. And again, we're back to normal content starting now, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.